Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to talk about once again. I'm sorry, I'm here to talk about um, the free agency for NBA. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, if you're getting a little bit mad at me. I apologize, but this is the only thing going on right now. I want to make some baseball videos down the road, but I feel like right now these first few days of this month are about basketball free agency. I apologize if I'm. What the hell's happening, ladies and gentlemen? We are having. What the hell? We continue to do. Cannot believe this. Okay, I think we're still on the air. Are we still on the air? I believe we're still on the air. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry if I'm talking about too much about this right now, but it's right now. I think it's the best thing to talk about. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's the best thing to talk about. What the hell's happening? What the hell happened? Okay, never mind. I heard. So, um, I will continue to talk about NBA free agency. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about today what we had in NBA free agency. Okay, so um, Paul Millsap, who was a free agent, has signed with Denver, the Denver Nuggets, for $90 million. Paul Millsap is now on the Denver Nuggets. They're not to that coming. There was not a lot of talk about Paul Millsap so far. But today it was announced a few hours ago that Paul Millsap is going to Denver Nuggets for $90 million. What else? What else? What else? What else is going on tonight? Um, Kyle Lowry is staying in Toronto for $100 million. So oh, amazing! Wow. So Kyle Lowry only got $10 more million than Paul Millsap. I'm sorry, but I think Kyle Lowry is a much better player than Paul Millsap. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, whatever. So yes, so Kyle Lowry is staying in Toronto for 3 years, $100 million. I believe Paul Millsap is the same thing. I'm not sure about his years. I have not checked that. But yes, but yeah, Lowry is 3 years, $100 million in Toronto. What else is happening in the NBA tonight? Nene. I don't know what the hell's wrong with Nene. So yesterday he was offered a 3 year, $10 million contract to stay in Houston, and he said no. And today he was offered a 3 year, $11 million. Excuse me. Today he was offered a 3 year, $11 million contract by Houston, and he signed for $1 million. Okay, one for me, yes, but for him, why? I don't get it. So you don't accept a 3 year, $10 million, but you accept a 3 year, $11 million. What the hell? Like, I don't get that. I mean, like for them, it's like $1. That's like if you're offering me $10 to play basketball. Okay, $11. It's kind of the same for them. I mean, for me, $1 million is a lot of, but for them, I don't get that really. But so he is staying in Houston for 3 years, $11 million. David West is staying with the Warriors. He got a piece of he got a 1 year, $2 million. So he's just doing it to keep winning championships. He's actually been signing a lot of those contracts the last few years of his career. Just like 1 year, 2 million, $1 million. He just wants to win at this point in his career. Who else? Jose Calderon is going to Cleveland. I'm not sure how much money though. I'm not sure, but Jose Calderon is now in Cleveland. What else? Um, is that about it? That might be about it. Um, Otto Porter they're talking about him going to Sacramento, but I don't know. They're saying they're offering him a lot of money to go to Sacramento. Carmelo Anthony said that he is willing to go to either Cleveland or Houston. He has just hit. I just saw that a few minutes ago. Carmelo Anthony is willing to either go to Cleveland or Houston. So he said he stays in New York. He said those are the only teams he wants to play with. Cleveland and Houston. So now it's up to those teams to try to work out a trade for Carmelo Anthony. Houston has tried, but they have failed. I don't think Cleveland does not even have a general manager. They still have not hired a general manager. So they're negotiating with the owner. So I don't know. But yes, Carmelo Anthony has told the team. He said, "If you're gonna trade me, because he can control where he wants to be traded. You know, so you cannot trade him anywhere because he can say no. I don't want to go here." So he told them, "If you want to trade me, I'm only going to Cleveland or Houston." So now it's up to Cleveland or Houston to put up a good trade for New York Knicks to accept. But those are the only teams Carmelo Anthony would like to play with other than New York. Cleveland or Houston. We will see what happens. Houston tried to, on Friday, I believe they tried to trade for Carmelo Anthony, but they fail. Maybe they'll try again. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It might be easier because they can just offer Kevin Love. So it might be easier for Cleveland to do it because you can just offer Kevin Love. You know, it might be easier for them to do it. But we'll see what happens there. Houston, I don't know what the hell they're going to offer. Maybe Ryan Anderson and Eric Gordon. I don't know what the hell what else can you offer? You have a draft pick? Maybe the Chinese 7-footer they just signed from China. Maybe you offer him. You know, Phil Jackson loves tall players, so maybe. I don't know. But we'll see what happens there. Ladies and gentlemen, what else can I say but thank you? Oh, Kyle Korver staying in Cleveland. He re-signed. I didn't even know he was a free agent. But Kyle Korver is staying in Cleveland. And that's all I can say, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's all for tonight. What else? Some guy named Ingles is going to Utah. I don't know who the fuck that is. Anyways, Taj Gibson is going to Minnesota. They just said today. So Taj Gibson, another former player with Chicago when Tom Thibodeau was a coach in Chicago, he is also joining them in Minnesota. So Minnesota, they've been the winners of free agency so far because they got Jimmy Butler, Jeff Teague, and Taj Gibson. To me, they've been the winners of free agency so far, Minnesota Timberwolves. Because they might just, to me, that might be the starting lineup, actually. With Jeff Teague, Andrew Wiggins, Jimmy Butler, Taj Gibson, and Karl Anthony Towns. That might be your starting lineup right there. You might have just gotten 3 players out of the 5 from your starting lineup in these last 2 days with getting Jimmy Butler, Jeff Teague, and Taj Gibson. That team should go to the playoff next year, I think. Minnesota Timberwolves. They really are doing a nice job of getting ready for the future. So that's a team that you need to watch out for down the road. That Minnesota Timberwolves team. Especially now with how weak things are. Now if you really look right now, you only have 5 teams in the entire NBA who are really good. You got Golden State, Cleveland, Houston, San Antonio, and Oklahoma. You don't really gotta look. So Minnesota really has a good chance here of going to the playoffs because you only really have 4 teams that are really good in the West. Golden State, San Antonio, Houston, Oklahoma, and in the East, you really only got. Toronto. Toronto, Celtics. But let's be honest, Cleveland's winning that division. They're going to the finals again. So, but I'm talking about the West. Now the Clippers are no longer a factor. You don't know what's going to happen in Utah with Gordon Hayward. Denver's still pretty young. Portland is not that good anymore. If you're Minnesota, you have a great opportunity this year of even getting to the 5th seed in the playoffs with the way things are. You got Golden State winning it, okay, but then you're gonna have Oklahoma, San Antonio, and Houston battle for the 2, 3, and 4 places. But then after that, it's open season for anybody. After those 4 teams, like I said, Golden State's winning, and then those other 3 teams are fighting for the 2, 3, 4. But after the 5 seed through 8 or whatever it is, it's wide open for anybody in the West. It's kind of the same as the East, same thing. Cleveland's winning, and then 2 to 7, 2 to 8 is open. Right now, that's the way the NBA is right now. You really only got 5 good teams if you really think about it. Sure, like I said, the Celtics, Toronto, but they're not on the level of these other teams. So Minnesota's a team. I think there's 2 teams who have a chance this year of going to the playoffs. Philadelphia and Minnesota. Those are 2 teams that have not been in the playoffs in a long time who have a chance this year the way things are right now. The divisions are so weak right now. So those are 2 teams that really have a good chance this year of finally going to the playoffs in a long time. Philadelphia and Minnesota. We'll see what happens with those 2 teams. But this is one of the years where if you're not a good team, have not been to playoffs in a long time, this may be the year you can go because everything's so weak. Everybody's just, all the good players are together, you know. You got all the good players are, you got all the good players in Golden State. You got 2 good players in Houston, 2 good players in Oklahoma. San Antonio, you got Leonard and Aldridge. Cleveland, you got, Irving, LeBron, and Love. Now Carmelo, who knows if he may end up in one of those 2 teams as well. So you really have a chance this year, to really go to the playoffs if you have not been to the playoffs in a long time because of the way things are right now. But ladies and gentlemen, I think I've been talking for way too long. I apologize. This video was supposed to be very fast, and I just don't know where to shut up my mouth. I apologize to all of you. I know it's, though it's, it's holidays because it's Independence Day. So a lot of you hopefully are staying up for this video. But ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry. I know I went over. I apologize. But hopefully you guys enjoy the CE show tonight. What else can I say but shut up? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for everything. And yes, that's all I can say, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. I will see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.